Hey, everybody. Recruiting Animal here on September 3rd, 2025. You know what? I usually call it a roster of geniuses that I've got coming to the show. And I always wonder who's going to be the first. Today it is the great, low-key Dominic Maiani. Domenic. Okay. And you got to know how to spell Dominic if you're looking him up. Maiani. Maiani. Okay. He's got his own show. I'll give it a plug right now. Every Thursday, that's tomorrow at 12 noon on, how do they get there?
So here's the Google Meet link in the chat.
Is it Google Meet as well?
Yeah.
And what's the, oh, you have to go to, your YouTube page to get the link. Is that right?
I'll post it today on LinkedIn.
Okay, yeah, he posts it in Recruiters Online, and I guess on LinkedIn, but Recruiters Online on Facebook, you can find the link there. No matter how much I bug him, he won't get a URL. It's not my fault. I try to help the guy, okay? And I got to tell you, he's way smarter than me. He's way more businesslike than I am, way more assertive than I am, but he just doesn't care what I care about. I care about stuff, I guess, that's not that important. But look, you're cornered here now. Okay, you're the only one here, so I'll ask you questions. Is that okay? Perfect. Okay. Have you ever heard this term before? Dispositioning resumes. I heard it for the first time this week. Dispositioning.
What does it really even mean?
It means that you're making a final decision about the status of something. It just means that you look at the resume and decide, is it in or is it, maybe you put it in 3 different buckets. Yes, no, maybe, something like that. Or probably just yes or no. Dispositioning. I heard it from the famous Matt Charney, okay? He says he likes dispositioning resumes. And I said, I've been around a while. I never heard it before. Maybe because I'm not a corporate recruiter. Have you ever been a corporate recruiter? No. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's why.
I think it's just one extra bucket you don't need.
Yeah, right. Okay. What about this? I don't agree with this, but somebody said the key to success, the only thing standing between you and being great, okay, being great at anything, but including recruiting, is not some hack. It's not being born gifted. It's just doing more reps, like repetitions, like you're lifting weights. 99% of the time, the secret is not sexy. It's simply a matter of your willingness to outwork your competition. I don't think that's true. I think a lot depends on being born gifted. And maybe you guys like you believe in knowing all the hacks as well, that knowing all the new AI stuff is going to make a big difference in your success. Am I right or am I wrong? Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with me or disagree with me?
I think you got to constantly be learning every day. And new tools are coming out. How do you stay ahead so you have the advantage, right? Of, let's say the corporate recruiters post a job. Like, that's not what we do. What I do is headhunting. Now I can go and create a candidate evaluation matrix for a company, which I've done inside of ChatGPT. There's so many tools that are available.
Okay, hold on. Well, let's go to something inside ChatGPT. A matrix is like a grid where you've got the candidate's name on the left margin, and over the top, you've got all the traits that you're measuring. Is that right? It's a matrix, okay? And what do you say to ChatGPT for it to turn out the kind of matrix you want? You feed the job description into it and say, go ahead.
So yeah, I'll take the transcript, and then I'll take a candidate's profile, put it in transcript with the client, the job description. Here, I'll show you.
You're going to show us?
Yeah.
The problem is it's hard to see things clearly, but go ahead. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, there's no grid there.
Watch. So that's a transcript?
Yep.
And then as I go down here.
Oh. Really? It actually put it into columns on its own. It put it into columns like that?
Correct. Yeah.
And what was the prompt? What was the prompt you used?
I have one here. I'll share it with you.
Okay, read it because I can't see it clearly.
It's a long one. It's a long one, and it's how you input it, right? So
Okay.
I'll
Oh,
send
it's
it to
that. It's
you.
really long, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's read the first few lines there, then that first paragraph, just so we have an idea.
Universal candidate evaluation prompt. Instruction for GPT. You are an expert recruiter evaluating a candidate for a specific role. Based on their LinkedIn profile or resume, analyze and score them against the job requirements using the framework below. Be specific, call out strengths, red flags, and areas where training, upskilling is needed. Then provide a hiring recommendation with a clear rationale.
Hey, wow. And did you make that up yourself or get it somewhere else?
I made it. Just keep refining them.
Okay. And if you wanted to compare, like have a grid that compared a whole bunch of 3 or 4 candidates, how would you do that? Do you do that as well on ChatGPT?
Yeah, just throw it inside of the prompt.
Okay.
Now it's like here you can see it's ranking these ones. Boom, boom, boom.
So would you say, hi, Donna, we'll catch you up on this in a second. He's using this ChatGPT to create a matrix where he's showing how the candidate measures up to the requirements of the job. He throws in the candidate profile, he throws in the job description, and asks it to, rank. I guess, does it actually rank them and say he's a 9 out of 10 on this trait, or how does it?
I can prompt it to give me that, yeah. But I'm just looking for the skills. I'll rank them when I talk to them.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, if they have the skills, like up here, it'll show you like 4 or 5, or yeah. So you can star them for me.
Okay. Okay. So, but the thing is, what I said was the key to success. This guy said it's not hacks. This is a hack, right? Is this a hack?
I mean, no, it's just constantly learning. I'm just trying to get better every day.
Well, what's a hack? A hack is a shortcut, a special way, a trick to do something, right? And this is a hack, if you ask me. You're not doing it manually. You figured out a way to have a machine do it for you. Is that right?
Well, you're still going to call them and make sure that they have the skills, because you're only pulling what's publicly available.
Oh, okay. So you're saying, okay, here's a hack. The other thing he says, it's not natural talents. That's such nonsense for someone to say something like that. Okay. You could just see you guys, Donna, Rich, Tommy, all the regulars here, they have natural talents. I just, nobody's going to convince me that they don't. And everybody says, they have the first kid, fine. The second kid comes out completely different than their first kid, and they know that people are born differently. Am I right, Donna, or not?
Yeah, they're all different.
Okay. So people are born with different gifts, different talents. This guy's saying that doesn't count in success. All that counts is doing more work than anybody else. Okay?
That's a method. I think that's
a
method.
Myth?
A method of being successful. There's always a numbers game you can play to increase your odds of success,
this
right?
Guy says that he didn't say that's one of the factors in success. He says that's the key factor in success.
For
doing
some
more
people,
reps.
I think for some people it is. But I think the more skilled you are in anything, the less you have to do that because you're more skilled.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're
So I think
nowhere.
there's a balance. Well, there's a balance of it. I don't know. Like the thing I was just watching Dominic do, I'm kind of burned right now on AI. Like I don't know. I'm starting to like it less and less because I feel like it's taking our brains away from critical thinking.
Well, here you're talking to look. Dominic is totally plugged into AI. I envy him.
know.
Okay,
So
throw
many
out your
people
negatives.
are.
Throw out
It
your
depends
negatives
how
to
you
him.
use it. It's a lot to learn to where I got to. Right, this is 2 years of constantly.
2 years.
looking. Yeah, just constantly
It's only
evaluating.
been popular for the last year, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, for most people.
Okay, you were ahead of the curve. Okay, right?
Like what you just showed, I mean, I could see if I were trying to go to a brand new vertical, something I didn't know about, that it would be a useful tool because I would be bringing nothing of my own brain really to it because I have to learn everything. So it'd be super helpful. But the time it takes my brain to process the same information and the niche I know.
will note, I'm
No,
cutting you off.
listen. Don't cut me off because I think it's an important point to make. Because when we stop using our brains for the critical thinking, is AI going to do it like faster? Yes, but so much faster that it's worth me not engaging that way anymore? No. But that's in something where I'm already bringing a lot to the table. I can see where if I'm bringing nothing to the table, that's very helpful.
Okay,
But I think it's bad for our brains.
Spot on,
as
Donna.
well.
That's a role that I normally don't even do, right? A senior full stack software engineer. I do salespeople.
Yeah, so that's where it would be helpful. Yeah.
Like I needed to know that. Like, okay, who does this candidate? How does this candidate rank and stack up on the skills and technical level? And then we'll have a chat with them. Where do we dig in deeper on the call?
Yeah, and that's where I would want to use it. I would not want to use it in the stuff that I do day to day that I already know, and that's
Yeah, like you and I probably can look at a profile in 2 seconds and say, all right, let me chat with that person.
right.
In my niche, supply chain logistics, all day.
Okay. Well, look, even Tommy, he says that you're way ahead of him in automation.
I can't hear anyone. Give me a second. Something's going on.
Well, obviously you heard me mention your name. Okay. I don't even need you to hear it. Dominic, Tom said last time, Dominic is really into automation. I don't know anything about it. So how important is automation today? AI automation of your standard practices. How important is that as a key to success, since that's what we're talking about?
You know, it depends on.
You don't know.
No, I do know. Here's the problem. It's very deep, right? Like it is going to replace a lot of jobs. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And the scary part is I don't know how soon that's going to come, but because our ASI is coming by what, 2028?
What's ASI?
Artificial super intelligence.
Oh, okay. But okay, Tom said, he says you're way ahead of him in automation. He doesn't know really anything about automation at this point because I talked to him about that Maestro tool or something like that, right? And so is Tom losing money because he's not using AI to automate his recruiting?
No.
Why? You just said it's important for success.
Well, for what I'm trying to do specifically, right? Like
Well, what are you trying to do that he's not trying to do? Donna, am I right about this? Is that a good question?
A very good question.
You're not listening. Okay, that's fine.
I know. It was a good question.
That's okay. Answer me, Dominic, and speak up. Talk louder.
Am I not loud enough?
Not for me.
You're loud for
Let me put my
me.
headphones on.
He's not rising to your level of angst is what it is.
I
It's
do
not
have
volume.
I
You
have
angst
angst
today.
about this. If Tom
Yes.
says he doesn't know anything, and Dominic says you gotta or you're screwed.
Dominic
okay?
he says it so calmly, like, well, we're talking
Yeah,
about
everything he says is calm like
super,
that, okay?
super
You
AI.
have to learn this stuff.
And animal like, what?
Yeah.
You have to learn this stuff, or you will be left in the dust.
How many hours a week should a recruiter be learning this stuff?
I don't think just a recruiter. I think everybody, at least an hour a day.
Okay, you didn't answer the
Yes.
question. You didn't
Yes.
answer the question. I've got another quote, okay, from the CEO of, let me just find this one. The CEO of Airtable, okay? You guys have heard of Airtable. He said, cancel all your meetings for a day or an entire week and just go play around with every AI product that you can find. We have all these fruit trees and there's so much crazy low-hanging fruit. You've got literally like massive watermelons sitting on the ground. All you have to do is walk over 20 feet and pick it up. Is it that easy, like he's saying?
If you listen to the right people, you can pick
okay.
up on it.
You know, this
I'm
guy is
gonna text
evasive,
everybody
okay? He doesn't give a straight answer. I don't
because
know.
there's no straight answer on this stuff.
Yep.
No straight answer. He already
There is
said,
not.
It's all black
You
and
gotta
white.
learn.
I mean, like
No, but
the thing that Appify guy said. I mean, yeah, I guess if you don't feel like you're, in the right zone with the AI stuff that's out there, right? Because I'm always testing stuff. I got tons. I'm
okay,
doing.
how
new...
come you haven't automated your business like Dominic has automated his with AI?
There's certain things I can automate, certain things that I quasi automate, right? But Dominic's very deep into it. He's got a guy working for him, and he's actually doing more stuff for like clients and stuff. So actually, I don't know about the whole recruitment thing that he's doing, but
so he's established a different new branch of an extension of his company, and
I believe
staffed
ask
it
him
with
about
somebody.
that. Yeah,
Staffed it with that kid, 18-year-old kid, or maybe he's 19 now. Is that who you're referring to?
yeah.
Oh, that's one of them. I have 3 of them now.
Oh, you got 3 people working for you on salary?
No, by projects, because these are people that bet on themselves with me, right? Which they know, because what we're collecting is the data, and that's what we want.
Okay, here's
Data
a
is
more
key.
simple. Here's a more simple question. Is it wrong to answer the phone with hello? Okay.
I saw that one.
We already did this one. No, it's
I don't
not.
remember.
That guy was an asshole.
Is it wrong to say hello?
No, not at
Instead
all.
of Thomas Alascio. I think it's wrong to say hello. And I think it's also wrong to say, hi, Tommy, this is Tommy. No, I think you should say Tom Alascio or Tommy Alascio here.
I usually answer the phone with Tom Alascio or hi, this is Tom.
Yeah, okay. So you agree.
That's
okay?
me. But I mean, a candidate? No, I don't expect a candidate, right? To not.
Hey,
to
if
answer
you're
the phone,
looking
"Hi,
for a
John
job,
Smith."
you're running a business. I almost
No, you're
swore.
not.
I
No,
feel
you're
so
looking for a job.
strongly
You're not
about
running
it.
a business. And answering the phone hello is perfectly fine.
Does anybody else want to comment?
I thought the whole thing was silly. I read it. I didn't comment because I'm the same. I will say, "Hey, it's Donna," or whatever. What I say my name, but I don't care if somebody else doesn't. So
At home,
I don't know.
when
Is
you're
it
at home,
a good
when you're not
thing?
working? Do you say your name? Hi, Donna here. No.
If I don't know who's calling, unless it looks like a scam, but if it looks like it's gonna be someone for work, yeah. But the thing is, like,
I
don't
just
think
said
it's
not work.
bad.
Don't you listen? You're a teacher, okay? Pay attention.
yeah, whatever. Listen, my point is different. I think that it's not bad advice to give someone. So I don't have a problem with the person being like, hey, people need to learn to do this. Like, because it is helpful, and I think it's more professional in a
Look,
way.
everybody, she's taking 60
But
seconds
don't be
to say-
mad.
instead of a yes or no, okay? David
I
M.
said
Marr.
multiple things.
Thank you, Donna. David M. Marr. Do you have a
So
comment
annoying.
on that?
He
Up in
just
heaven?
wants to make me angsty.
I'm not. I ask you a question. If you don't answer,
Riling
I'm not
you
going
up
to
for
spend time,
angst.
okay? I got an audience to worry about.
Now I'm making you spend more time by defending that.
Yeah, okay. Dominic, do you say hi, Dominic here, or do you say hi, Dominic Miami, or do you say hello?
I don't know. Depends on
I
the
don't
mood I'm
know.
in. I really don't know. Hey, how are you? Hey, it's Dominic.
Is it me you're looking for? That's what I do.
What do? You
I
sing a
sing.
song?
Hello.
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 me
Is it
you're
me
looking
you're
for?
looking for?
Uh-huh.
That
I
song
can
by
see
Seen
it.
it.
Eyes. But I can't. You wear sunglasses.
Hello, it's me. I've been thinking about you for a long, long time. Okay.
That's what everyone should do.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yes.
This guy said most successful people I know have a very high tolerance for being misunderstood. Is that true? I don't think so. Like, they're laid back. They think they're too smart. The other people aren't going to catch on right away. And so, but they're patient with that. I don't know about that. I mean, anybody, does you ever have that problem with explaining things to people and they don't catch on?
Yeah.
Every week on your show, Animal.
Yeah, well, I don't understand stuff, but you see, I don't have a high tolerance.
You don't have a high tolerance at all. That's why I laughed when you first said it. I was
Yeah,
like, do you
okay.
agree with that? How
Okay,
successful
well,
are
the
you?
song. What about the song? You didn't sing the song. Oh Lord,
Which
please
one?
don't let me be misunderstood. Of course, that's what came to mind for me. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
Yeah, okay. Well, Donnie, Tommy had some good quotes this week. Rejection rocks. Okay, where are
yeah.
those?
I never see
Oh.
failure as failure, but only the game I need to play to win. That's a great Tom Hopkins quote.
I didn't like that one. I like the one from Emerson, which I changed. Where is it? Just let me look. I can't find it.
Every no gets you closer to a yes.
Do you really think that when you're on the phone, every no gets?
I mean,
gets you
that's, I
closer?
mean, we talk about numbers, right? So 50 phone calls, right? 50 presentations will get you 10 people willing to talk to you, 5 that you interview, 2 resumes, 1 send out, right? Kind of like you can look at
Oh,
your
you've worked it
ratios.
down? You worked it down to that?
And that's
Okay.
old. I mean, that's when I used to work at the old firm.
Oh, okay.
We looked at our KPIs that way.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like this
as
one.
you get more experience, you get much higher.
Oh, wait. That's
KPI
just what
rates.
we were talking about earlier, Animal, about the repetitions.
The repetitions. What do you mean?
That's what he's talking about. It's
Yeah,
the same,
Tiger
it's
Woods
the same
would do the
idea.
same tip 100 times in a row from the same spot. So if a ball ever lands there, he knows exactly what to use, how much he's going to swing, everything, and that repetition is what gets them as good as what they are.
Okay. Here's the one I like. The greatest glory in recruiting lies in making a call after rejection. That's by Emerson.
That's a good one.
Ralph Waldo Emerson. I like that one. The greatest glory in recruiting lies in making a call after a rejection, a blunt rejection. Hey, here's one I really liked. This guy posted on LinkedIn, recruiters, you're making a big mistake by posting job hunting tips. Okay. He said, top candidates don't need your advice. They don't scroll LinkedIn or read Glassdoor or Reddit. Okay. And then Doug Wald, who actually sometimes comments on this show, he said, a CMO. What's a CMO? Chief Marketing
Officer.
Okay. A CMO of one of the largest EV, that's electric vehicle, isn't it?
Correct.
A CMO of one of the largest EV producers contacted me recently cold. An editor of CIO magazine contacted me recently cold. An SVP of marketing for Amazon Prime contacted me recently cold. You can see where this is going.
What's the point?
He said, why did they call me? Because they and many others see my shit online and ask for my market guidance and insights. Okay. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, if your content is good and relative to the industry, like I posted that one about the $33,000 compensation difference. I got 20 new engineers reaching out to me, messaging me, connecting with me on LinkedIn from that post alone. They're all candidates. They're all good. I can use some I can't, but it was because of that post. And that was for candidates. That was for, hey, check this out. I had a good hook. It got like 3,000 impressions and I got 20 new contacts from it. So I don't know what that guy's talking about. I disagree with him.
Okay. Are those job hunting tips though? Or are they some other, what was yours? I can't remember.
It was talking about how in the civil engineering world, you'll have guys making 130 and guys making 80 in the same fucking role because companies are all over the place with compensation. I recruited a guy out of California who was making $71,000. He had just gotten his PE and that was the raise they gave him. We got him 130 grand base salary in a company car. I basically doubled his income.
Wow.
He moved away from his fiance. His fiance is finished in school, and he says, hey, with the money you're saving me, I can go see her every weekend. I can fly down there every weekend until she can move up here. Right. Okay. So that's the discrepancy we're seeing with some of these companies.
But the thing is, Doug also stresses, guys from senior people at big companies, also from Apple as well. He says, I had zero relationships with any of these people, but I do now. Okay. Hi, David M. Mark. Yeah, you missed your question. Okay. So you don't have to apologize, though. Dominic, you're not a poster. So you're automating. You're way ahead. You're living in the future compared to us guys, okay? But you're not a poster on LinkedIn. He is, Donna. He's living in the future, okay? He's 2 years ahead of me.
I'm afraid that your man crush for Rich is starting to transfer onto Dominic. I'm just saying.
No, I post. These are all from me.
You post on LinkedIn stuff? Yeah. What do you post? Tips for job hunters?
Not really.
Okay, this guy's so taciturn. He's the opposite of everybody else. I can't imagine. What do you like on when people call you up? Dominic here, dead silence. Dead silence. If they don't say anything,
animals, we give them the unfair advantage. Or what we call it speed to revenue. It's the unfair advantage we give the clients.
What did he say?
Speed to revenue.
Speed to revenue. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And is there something with regard to LinkedIn? I was talking about posting on LinkedIn. You said, yes, I post on LinkedIn.
That's what I post about, speed to revenue.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to take a look because I do follow Rich regularly now, and he gives me a lot of info. In fact, I've got a very good one from Rich. You know, Rich had that one that I really liked that he tried to deny. You know, when he said, "You pay me to be brutal," remember? He posted up there to his clients, "You pay me to be brutal." And in fact, what he posted today, he says, "I tell my clients, you're delusional." Okay, that's what he's being paid for. I should stop calling him America's Recruiter and start calling him Brutus. Okay, but this is what he had today. He said, "Everyone wants to hire a sales team full of killers. Everyone wants to hire killers." I love that. Everyone wants to hire killers, right? He said, but they want to really pay for just some street corner thugs. Okay. That's the problem. And here's his solution. I want you guys to listen so you can answer me. He said, look, if you're cheap, don't hire 5 so-so people. Hire 3 and pay them the money that they need. If that's how you should use your budget, hire less people, but higher quality. Has anyone ever told their client to do that? No. Dead silence. Okay. Okay. I'll wait till Rich comes. Donna doesn't even have anything to say about that, right? Hire killers. Do you like that? Hire killers.
Yeah. No,
I love it.
I do like that, and I do think there's a value in having to remind people when they are being cheap that they can't keep, thinking they're going to get the top quality. They have to keep being reminded of that. You're not paying for it.
You're delusional, hiring manager. Wise up, hiring manager. You're delusional. Wise up, hiring manager.
I haven't taken that tactic, but I'm internal. But I have asked, like, how do you want me to sell this role? Because it's not with salary. So what reason do they have to come here? And then have them try to pull out reasons like, nope, that's not any better than this. Nope. I haven't told them they're delusional. Maybe that's next. Maybe that's next week.
Here's a simple question. Okay. Your client wants you to check some references on a candidate for a job that you're not working on. How much do you charge? Or do you do it for free? Anybody?
What was the question again? I'm taping an email. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Your client wants you to do a favor for him to check some references on a candidate for a job you're not even working on.
Depends on the client.
What?
Depends on how hard it is. Depends on the client. Depends on how hard it is.
What do you mean how hard it is? It's a reference checks.
If it's just one and it's a simple call the president, do a reference check, then yeah,
Let's
of course.
say
If he wants me to
three.
do
Let's
6
say
reference
three.
checks that I got to track the guys down and everything.
How
then,
much?
I don't know.
$5,000?
I charge $350 an hour for non-recruitment.
Okay,
stuff.
that's a good answer. Donna, do you have anything to contribute there? No.
No. When I think you were writing a post about it before, and I was wondering, like, if they just meant references like that, like just calling people, or if it was a more thorough background check.
Well, what's a thorough background check?
I don't know, like when you're using actual company and like running the things that they have to authorize, like criminal records and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Because there's an actual
that's a good point. That's a good point. Like, some stuff, like how deep do you want the reference to be? If I got to get, stuff signed and whatnot, that's another conversation.
Do you know how to check criminal records? I don't. Do you know?
I can get basics by going to been verified, but if you want actually deep ones, you're supposed to get release from the candidate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they even there's a ton of companies that do it. We use an outside vendor for it.
Yeah. I posted this week, they had an article in the New York Times. You can check people's mortgage information publicly in the United States. Did you know that? It's not hard. Okay.
Never thought about it.
Is it rude to ask? This is not really related to us directly, but there was a big discussion. Is it rude to ask someone what they do for a living when you meet them? No? Some people thought it's outrageous.
Why would that be rude?
Because you're trying to judge them about how you're going to treat them, okay?
Well, you're judging people all the time. Get over it. I mean, like it or not, you're always making assessments and judgments, and hopefully you're not a jerk and you're not doing it for those reasons. but we're always gathering facts.
Yeah,
and
but there's a
information
lot
about
of people who are insecure and they get the feeling that's why you're asking them. And
Well,
so
then tell
you
them to
want-
get a better job. I don't know if they're worried about it. I don't know. That's dumb. I'm sorry, Anna, that was dumb.
The great Ernie Moreno. I like Marino, but I was been corrected. Just like I didn't know how to say Donna's name. She never corrected me. I didn't know how to say Ernie's name. Never corrected me. Now I know.
Well,
I have to.
we have a Moreno's Bakery and restaurant in our town, and it's so wonderful. It's a Cuban food.
Just like all Morenos are wonderful. You know?
Yeah,
That's
all
what I'm
Morenos
saying.
are
I think that's why I liked Ernie to begin with. He makes me think of like flan and stuff.
Okay, here's an easy one, a standard question. Who presents the offer? The company or the recruiter?
Don. The Don is
Isles.
who you have extend the offer. No one else.
What? What,
The Don.
David M. Marr?
The Don. Ernie.
Yeah, you're hilarious. Okay, yeah, really funny. Leave
Listen,
that for somebody else.
when I was the agency, I always controlled that. I did not want anyone internal to mess it up. But now that I'm internal, it depends on how much I trust the recruiters, if I let them do it or not. If I let them, because we've had to start working with recruiters. And so now I'm working with them. And some I'll let do it and some I won't.
The recruiters would say the same thing. I don't want to trust the stupid company, a hiring
I know,
manager.
that's what I'm saying. That's how I felt at the agency level. I always controlled it. I did not let them do it. But
I always found that if I knew everything that was going to happen, we'd always find out what all the pluses and minuses were. I'd let the company do it, because if they're gonna screw it up, then they're gonna screw up the whole work environment. You can't even handle that. They're gonna, I'm gonna be working on a replacement. So
You can tell that Ernie and Tom are on the same show on Fridays at 12:30 Eastern, okay? The recruiterroundtable.com, because neither of them know how to put their heads in the middle of the frame. They like to be at the bottom of the screen for some reason, okay? Listen.
I like Tom's angle there. He had that diagonal thing going. That was nice.
Yeah, I don't like it. Here's what
I'm
the
doing a
shark.
bunch of stuff.
But you
Yeah,
had like
okay.
your elbow up too.
Okay, does that mean you can't put your adjust your camera? It could show you could lie in bed and it could still be looking at your face. Okay.
You heard his
Thank
feelings.
you. Maron. He knows one Italian word that I know because I watch The Sopranos as well, okay?
My mom said that to me at least 3 times a day when I was a kid.
What
Hold
did she
on,
say?
Maron.
Maron,
It means
Madonna, the Madonna.
oh
right?
my god, or what do you do? It's an expression of exasperation. Oh,
Yeah, but I
Maron.
thought your father was the Italian. That's where Elascio comes
My
from, not
mom
your
is
mother.
my mother's Napoletan and Calabrese and Scots Irish, and my father is a Sicilian and German. Which means I get really drunk and lose a war.
Okay. The Shark posted that, and he's an experienced recruiter, and he still thinks it's worth talking about. And he said this is how he does it: whoever gives it the best chance of an accepted offer, and that's not always the recruiter or the company. He thinks it's especially nice when the hiring manager calls and gives the good news and welcomes the person. Anybody agree about that?
I will say there are instances. I like that whole way of thinking of whoever's going to do it best, whoever's going to have the most likely positive outcome. So whenever I have someone that I'm shaky on, I do try to get the hiring manager, especially if it's like an SVP, or somebody really where it's going to feel, they're going to feel like they're important because that person took the time to deliver it on the video and smile.
Why not the CEO then? Why not the CEO?
If it needed to kick up that high, absolutely. I have done that. So wherever it needs to go. So I do agree with that way of thinking. I guess I generally
But
think
you're
that's
in a
me.
medium-sized company. The CEO could even welcome the most lowly staff
They
person.
could, but it's not essential. They've got other things to do. But if it's essential, bring them in.
Okay.
There's a whole thing on the company is your supervisor. Is the way I see it. I mean, you could have the greatest company in the world, but if my supervisor is a jerk, like this company's screwed. So it really is important that whoever your immediate supervisor is going to be that person that delivers the message, because they're going to be the person you're going to begin to work with. And there's that whole transition period from you being the medium guy making it happen, and then passing it forward. And that's
Okay.
that's the real art of it.
I thought you were going to say like what David M. Marr was suggesting. You say, I got something nice for you, but I want you to do one day I'll come and ask you to do a favor for me. Okay. Is that is that what he was thinking?
I've been watching some of these British ones, and those guys are pretty mean.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, they're the
The-
gangsters.
Irish mob is
The mobs, and
yeah,
they're like,
the Irish mob is as bad as the Italian mafia.
All the mobs are bad. Okay. The Russians apparently are the worst. Okay. You know how, here's another, I was reading some success stuff. You can tell people don't admire balanced people. They admire obsessed people. Balance is nice, but obsession moves mountains. Obsession is what drives progress. Okay. The people we admire are the ones who go all in, who dedicate themselves fully to the job and refuse to settle for less than the best. Are we looking for people who are obsessed, or are they scary? Okay. Is that just for founders? Anybody? Would you have you ever had a candidate you thought was obsessed with the getting the job done well and recommended the person, or said, this guy's a bit scary, I don't know if you should hire him? No?
We have people like that in our company, and sometimes that's all they want to hire. They want to have their mini-me's that are just like that. And then there are others.
What is
that,
obsession? What does obsession look like?
Obsession is like when you never are really on PTO. Even when you're on PTO, you're still going to jump on for a meeting because it was important. You just live and breathe it. It's what you think about when you wake up. It's what you think about when you go to bed. And you don't disengage. That's the obsessed people.
Okay.
I don't think it's healthy always. So I guess when you're a founder, maybe you have to do it for a time. But long term.
So hold on, is that a
it's
good question to
difficult.
ask somebody? Do you think about your job as soon as you wake up? Is that the first thing that comes to mind in the morning? Is that a good question?
If that's what you're screening for. I mean,
I don't know. I got to
know?
tell you, I'll tell you something scary that bothers me. About 10 years ago, I started, first thing when I wake up in the morning, if I was listening to a song the day before, it automatically comes to mind. It never used to happen to me. Then it started happening all the time. I thought, what's happening? Something's changing in my brain. I don't know.
you mean the
So-
song would never go away? It'd like be on all the time?
No, it'll
if
be
you
there for a
start
little
where it
while.
left off, like if you sang "Oh Donna" and you went to sleep, would you follow up with "Oh Donna" when you woke up?
Maybe I don't know what happened. It wouldn't be the last thing I was thinking of before I fell asleep. But if I was thinking of it, it might happen today. If I watch some music on YouTube tomorrow morning, it'll be
No, but
going
I
through
will.
my mind.
I will get obsessed when I do things. I'll get too passionate and too obsessed, and it
At
can
work, at work.
yes, not right
Okay.
now.
Yep, I got a question
But
for you.
yes,
So when
yes.
people say, "What's your greatest weakness?" Is that a good answer? You know what? I get a little obsessed with my job. Is that a good answer, or is that going to scare them away?
It could be either way. You got to know who you're talking to, unless you're just being
But
honest.
you don't know who you're talking to. Generally speaking, is that a safe answer or is that a scary answer? Anybody can answer. David M. Marr, you're
Okay.
welcome.
Sounds
Good.
like a fake
Ernie Moreno first. Go ahead. He's got something to say.
I would say the best answer is something you're working on. What's your greatest weakness? It's something you're currently working on. Like, say, my greatest weakness right now in my life is that I don't know German. But this is what I'm doing to learn German. But you have a reason. You just don't keep it as a weakness. You tell them what you're doing to fix that weakness. That's
Okay.
what they want to hear.
That's a good
Okay.
answer. I like that answer.
That's a great answer.
It doesn't
I'm
answer
wondering-
your question. Animal wants you to really say, is it good or bad to say?
But does he
that
want?
weakness
Does he
is
want me to
being
say that with
job?
being? Does he want me to say that with passion?
I want to
wants
know if
to
you're
say it with
obsessed or
passion
not.
and
Is it good to say,
obsession.
yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with my job. I get a little too obsessed with my job. I
Because
think about
here's
it when
the
I wake up in the
danger
morning.
with Ernie's strategy. Ernie, tell me what you would do. Because here's the danger. If you're like, my biggest weakness right now is I'm just too obsessed with my job. If you then followed up, so I'm taking steps to unplug, like that would be a red flag over here. And people would be like, oh, they're trying for work-life balance. So we don't want that.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
you
but you don't go after something that's a core value of the job. Like I'm a purchasing guy. When my own value is I don't know purchasing, but this is what I'm doing to fix it. So instead, what you do is you take something that's on the outside of it, and then you tell them what you're doing. so that you can show them no matter what the task is.
Yeah, it's peripheral.
I'm
We get it, Ernie. We're not stupid on this show, okay? We know that.
I don't know that. I don't know that. 'Cause maybe that's your greatest
What
weakness.
about all these guys who are too busy to pay any attention? Dominic, your candidates, are you? You're obsessed. You're obsessed with AI. You're obsessed with getting it all right. At least it sounds like to me. Although, like Tom says, maybe that's an illusion. You've got other guys who are obsessed with it, doing it for you. But
That's his gift.
do you want candidates who are obsessed, who will tell you that they're obsessed with their jobs? Is that scary or is it good? I don't care. I never hear about it. That's a fair answer. It's irrelevant. I don't have any comment.
You're
Is that
muted, Dominic. You're muted.
No, he isn't. He's just not saying anything.
No, he's
No,
muted.
he is muted. He leaned back.
I'm not
Oh,
muted.
you're right. Yeah, he's muted. I can see it now.
No, not Tom. Tom.
It happens to him all the time. Okay, pass on him. David M. Marr, obsession. Are you happy with it? Do you like obsession, or does it frighten you?
I think it depends on the culture. I think in some environments where it's at an advantage, it's good to screen for that. Like people that do what they need to do and put in the time they need to put in, but if somebody has kids and all that, it might not be the right culture fit for someone. But like some of the environments, when I was younger, going downtown, would kill it. I mean, I would work 60, 80-hour weeks, no problem. Now it's not something I really want to do as much.
Okay. I didn't ask for your personal history. I asked you if you like a candidate who says they're obsessed, or if that scares you away. It's not
doesn't
something
scare
you
me
want.
away. It depends on the context of the company culture.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Tom doesn't want to answer. Anybody got an issue? Okay, you guys don't seem to like the ones that I liked this time. Anybody got an issue? No.
But going back to your obsession thing, that I just wanted to say, we can't hear you. No.
Can't hear you. It says you're muted in the corner.
Who?
Dominic.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is Dominic trying? He's not
Dominic,
even
you're
trying
muted.
to talk.
You're
He's
still on
always-
mute.
He had the same problem last week. Okay.
Got him. No, but I would say, the one thing with obsession that's really kind of, as you get older, you kind of look at there's a work obsession, but then in life, are you like been married like 3 times? You can't hold a relationship. Your kids are a mess. I mean, what have you done to create such an environment? And do I want that kind of person on my team?
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was asked. Thank you, Bernie, for that non-answer. Okay. Not Bernie. I called you Bernie. Okay. Bernie. I called you Bernie.
I like that name. I've been called that before.
Okay. Here's one of Richie Rich's. He posted, being a camp counselor taught me to be a super recruiter. Okay. I went to camp for many years and I liked it, and it didn't teach me anything. Okay. And
He's a counselor, not a camper.
So what? He said, what? So what?
Different.
He said it taught me to build trusted networks. The guy I became friends with when I was 9 years old is still my good friend 42 years later. Sometimes I'll run into people I went to camp with, but I don't know. It didn't teach me anything about networking like he claimed. and he also said, I'll tell you something else. I worked all the time. He said from the time he was 14, I started when I was younger, and I hated every job I had. Okay. So he's making this thing. I learned everything in life when I went to kindergarten. I didn't. Okay. Did anybody else go to camp and find out that it solved all their problems in life?
Did anyone go to camp?
I went to camp.
Okay. Yeah. But not only Rich had a professional father, a pharmacist, so he could send his kid to be a camp counselor where they don't get paid anything. They don't get paid anything. I had to work. Okay.
I was gonna say I started working super young. Getting paid under the table young, and I probably learned more from all that.
I don't like working.
But I liked the independence that working gave me, that I could be like 13, 14 years old and I didn't have to rely on trying to get money out of my parents. I could just do what I wanted to do.
You got to keep your money?
I did.
Oh, yeah, sure. My dad didn't take my money away. No, Bernie, Ernie, we weren't working picking tomatoes.
Different kind of work, Ernie.
Watermelons. Okay.
It was under the table, but not that far under.
Okay. Okay, here's what Rich says. I learned how to manage chaos and solve problems without resources and survive tight schedules and tight budgets and manage egos, fights, and fragile personalities before breakfast. Okay. And he said, I got a blueprint for building trust and deep bonds over time, which turns out to be 90% of recruiting. What baloney. Okay. I hate to talk behind someone's back.
No, you don't.
But
That's your whole show.
not true. Yeah, no, I wish he was here. I could throw it in his face and tell him. Okay.
Well, he probably didn't write it.
Dominic, you just nod your head because we can't hear you. Did you go to camp when you were a kid? Hockey
Yes,
camp? Yeah, you went to hockey
can
camp.
tell.
He must have.
He
Okay,
looks like
actually-
a camper.
Did
He
Dominic
never-
Dominic could pretend that he learned everything about recruiting from being in playing hockey. I learned how to punch people out, not to take any guff from anybody. He told us before. He said that if a guy called you a name or checked you on the do I have to unmute you?
Try it.
How do I do that?
Hit his little mute button. That's by his,
I'm doing that. Okay, is that helping? No.
well, you asked.
Okay.
It won't
well,
let me do it.
Nah, he's gonna have all kinds of things to say next week.
Yeah, no. This happens for him all the time. But now we should call him names and make funny statements about him, and he has to sit there and tolerate it, right? Here's
Okay.
the guy, the tech guy. He can't figure out how to use his mic. Okay. Oh, anybody else got an issue? No, but Dominic told us, okay, it's not on my end. Don't blame me. Come on, I can't. I'm looking at all
That's
the
what he
buttons
learned from
here.
hockey.
Everybody else is on it.
He learned to be aggressive from hockey. He's not going to let it go.
Mm-hmm.
You can't unmute someone else. It says here, I can't unmute someone else,
But
Dominic.
you're the leader.
okay?
You should be able to.
I should be, but I'm not. I can remove him from the call. Well, I should be able to mute somebody.
You should, yeah.
Who knows? Okay. But he would say, Dominic told us before that if someone, I think he said if they check him or something and he didn't fight back on, there he is.
Oh, look,
Go ahead.
Here it comes. Everybody, last 10
No,
minutes,
no.
just learn to Dom.
You're on now, Dominic.
What was the question again?
You're about to give
You
a
go to
quote
camp.
about Chet.
Did you go to camp? People are
He went
going to,
to
if
camp.
anyone,
He's
you
a-
did? What kind of hockey camp or some other kind of camp?
Hockey.
Okay. And did
Road
you
camp.
learn, like Rich says, he learned everything he needed to, 90% of what he needed to know about recruiting, he learned from being a camp counselor. Did you learn anything from camp? Because I went to camp and I didn't learn. I didn't learn anything
learned how to
strategic.
fight.
I think for me, for hockey, you get to learn from different cultures, different people you're in a locker room with. I played with guys from the reservations, Indian reservations in Canada, to Canadians in BC, to guys in Arizona, Detroit, New York.
You went to camp here in Canada?
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Oh, everywhere. Okay. See, but this is what he told us. He said, if you don't fight back on the ice, your own team will turn on you in the locker room. Is that what your big lesson was from camp?
Oh yeah, you don't have a choice. Tom, you were on that call yesterday. That guy has 23 concussions.
Yeah.
Played in NHL
Like,
for 14 years with a buddy of mine.
Hockey is, I mean, it's what's the old joke? I went to a boxing match and a hockey game broke out, right? I mean,
Do you have all
that's
your
what they
teeth?
do.
Do you
What's
have all
that?
your original permanent teeth?
No. I gotta
No.
get down here, all fake.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Well,
Good question.
Didn't
Good
they
question,
used to have-
Donna. Boy, there's an interviewer.
That's what I know about hockey. They lose their teeth.
But they used to have a guy that was the enforcer. I don't know if they have that anymore, where he would go in. That was his job.
Yeah.
Pavel Burr and Marty McSorley, man. Marty McSorley was a fucking monster.
We had guys that you did not want to touch. They would fucking.
Wasn't
they were-
Marty,
they were scary.
what's his
He'd be on
name's
their own team.
bodyguard for a while?
Gretzky?
Probert.
Yeah. Bob Probert. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, Probert.
Me.
Yeah.
Obert, yeah.
You know, y'all might not relate to this, but I'm thinking that there's a market to have a perimenopausal hockey league because that is when your rage really builds. and that could be a great place to release aggression. It's a new idea that I've just had.
Well,
Well, there-
those raid places where you go and break shit's probably a better idea than beating the shit out of other women.
I don't know. I could have done it today in the proper setting if I had anyway.
Donna, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
yeah.
brother's super into jujitsu, and my son's starting it.
Okay, but Audra,
What's great
Audra
about
was
that
nice.
is you can go 100% and not get hurt, right? There's no other martial art you can do at 100% to spar. Like I would go in and spar 100% against my son, against other players, and you don't get hurt because there's no punching. But
Do
you
know
really
jujitsu?
learn your
Are
technique.
you a jiu-jitsu guy, Tommy?
I did it. I mean, I was a high weight belt for a while. Then I blew my knee out. My son wants me to get back into it because he said it'll help me lose weight.
Okay.
My brother looks good, and he's older than me, and he's doing it pretty successfully now. But yeah, it's good for him. It's good for him.
it's fantastic cardio.
I do need something for my aggression.
Ability too.
I need
Very
an
sexy.
outlet.
Okay, she's a recruiter who plays hockey.
Okay.
Anybody else? Anybody going?
You played hockey, Donna?
Gone?
No.
What?
Oh,
There is
Hi,
a
Russ.
recruiter, Audra. She's seems like a nice girl. Okay, she must be in her 40s. I don't know if she's menopausal or perimenopausal, Donna.
Lots of rage that goes on.
The perimenopausal women, they're in their 30s, right? It comes early. That's
30s is young, but it could be 40s for sure, 50s for sure. It just depends.
okay. You can't ask
But
that in an interview.
it's like being a teenager again, but it lasts longer, and there's nothing good on the other side, so it gets really annoying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Anybody else? So phone. I talked to you, but I'm not interested in none of my questions today seem to really jive with you guys. So I want to throw the floor. Let me ask let me ask Dominic, what are the big questions that have been coming up on your show? Anything specific?
Mostly on the BD side.
Yeah, this guy is
That's
is
the name of-
not
that's the name of your
long-winded.
show,
There's one thing you could say about him. He is
No,
not long-winded.
I'm just thinking like deeper, like, okay, on the BD side, right? People ask me all the time, well, how do you get all these relationships? Well, I go to events like the Automotive Logistics Conference, right? I'm on the board of the Council of Supply Chain Management. I talk to these people daily. So it's not like
You're on the board of what? You're on the board of what?
The Council of Supply Chain Management.
Oh, how'd you get on that?
You just go to the events, show up, and people ask if you want to be on the board.
Oh,
And
really?
you can work.
He has a different life than you, Animal.
I bet you it's not so simple. There's some
friends.
kind of actor who's known for, you ask him a question and he goes like this and he doesn't answer for a long time. And that's kind of Dominic, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
You know what my mentor told me? The answer is execution.
They what?
Execute and get it done.
Don't
That's
talk,
what he tells me all the
execute.
time.
That's his key to success. Don't talk, execute. I like and speed. You just told us before. Your other catchphrase is speed to revenue, right? I never heard that one before. Anybody else heard that? Speed to revenue.
No, it's a pretty good one.
Okay. I just too bad that people can't see what Tom looks like right now.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Yeah,
This
when
is-
we used to,
This
when
is
we
the
used to
quietest
be,
I've seen Tom.
when we used to be on Zoom, you know, we were on the grid and you could see everybody what they were doing. I like that because I could make faces when people were talking. Okay.
Oh, I do have a question before you wrap it up. It's
Yeah,
my husband's
okay.
question for you, Animal. He wants to know why in your old branding, why did you lean towards that like dummy? You know what I mean? That he wants to understand where
Who
that
wants
came
to
from.
understand that?
My husband.
Oh, your husband. Okay, he knows
He-
about me. Eh? He's not
Oh,
jealous.
he
eh?
know. Well, I didn't say that, but he wants to know. He wants to know.
You know
about-
what? I
about
think
the dummy.
that I'm gonna leave that with him. That kind of answers the way you just asked that question. Why
What's
put a
that?
dummy as your avatar? Okay, that answers the answer to the question is in the question. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. It's right
Heavy.
there.
That's
The
heavy.
great
I have a
Donna.
question for Ernie.
Go ahead.
Do you have 32-inch monitors or 27s?
Me?
Yeah,
32. And then I got
32. Okay.
I got 2 27s and a 32.
Okay.
These are the guys who have like when you
I'm thinking of going to 332s
Okay.
or 327s and a 40. I'm trying to upgrade.
What's the situation room in the underground of the White House or so, or at the Pentagon? That's what these guys have in their office.
Mhm.
Just can't see it right now.
I
Okay.
just, all mine are rejects from my kids. They did, they were lying around the house, and I just got them, put them up.
Okay.
So go to your kids and ask them what they got, and then offer to buy them something, and they'll end up giving you a monitor. 'Cause they
The
have-
great Donna Terrell, the great Ernie Moreno. Ernie can be seen on the Recruiter Roundtable, therecruiterroundtable.com, 12 o'clock every Friday. 12:30, Ernie? Eastern, every Friday. 12 o'clock every Thursday is the Quota Killer Show with Dominic Miami. That's the name of the show, but you won't find it anywhere. Only we know about it here. I'm going to have to look up some of your other shows to ask you questions from your shows. Tommy is
They're not
showing
big
us
enough.
the great
They're not
Tommy
big enough.
Lassio. Okay, he's on Friday.
They're
but
not
he's
big
also
enough. I
on-
need
Oh,
bigger.
yeah.
Yeah, you need bigger. He's on.
Size
Talk
matters.
about there. We talk about obsessions. Okay, do I have an obsession? Is he obsessed? Yes, he
I'm
is.
obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed with the best workspace possible. 100%.
The best workspace. It looks too diverse to me in terms of being too many screens. You got so much going on.
It's
Okay.
Megadesk.
Yeah, but that's just so cool. I can have LinkedIn on one and my applicant tracking system on the other. I can be setting up meetings. It's fantastic.
And
Donna
I like it so much
Megadesk.
more.
Megadesk. Have never heard that before. That's terrific.
You never heard Megadesk?
No. No. Okay. My final question. David M. Marr was here. He's disappeared. He was a very busy man. And are you guys should I leave you on the platform so you can have a chat after I turn off? Is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah, sometimes we do. You usually leave the screen and let us.
Yeah, I'll leave it up and
Off away.
I'll let you decide yourself. Thank you, everybody. I'll come up with questions you like better next week.
Good luck.
Do your homework.
Bye.
Bye.